Welcome to Conscious Clips in Our Time Together. Today I'm going to talk about noticing and the power and difference between noticing and judging. I often refer to conscious discipline as a journey. A journey implies going from one place to another. So what might be that journey in conscious discipline? On one level, it's a journey from judging to noticing, from demanding that life go as we think it should, the world act as we think it should, to accepting what is and then making the necessary changes. I've often said, and I think many people would agree with me, that awareness is a better change agent than consequences. I think back many years ago when I first started teaching, I would say okay at the end of a sentence. I would go line up at the door, okay, pick up the books, okay. And when someone mentioned to me that I was saying okay, I thought, maybe once or twice or three times, maybe. I actually then took a recording device, carried it around with me, and found out on day one, I said okay 300 times. Day two, I said it 4 times. That consciousness, my awareness of what I was doing and the impact it was having on others, was a quick change agent. We can't change what we're not aware of. Awareness is another word for consciousness, thus the term conscious discipline. Now, noticing builds consciousness, so that's why noticing is an essential skill and the foundational skill for conscious discipline. It simply is describing what you see. You came over and sat down like this. Boom. You opened your book to page 12. You raised your hand, so I knew you needed help. A lot of you listening would go, well, duh. Doesn't the child know this? Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. Again, noticing strengthens the frontal lobe. And sometimes children just aren't aware of what they're doing. They're working on automatic pilot. The more noticing we do, the stronger the frontal lobe becomes. Also, when we get triggered, when something happens that's emotional, we become immediately unconscious. We go into the lower centers of our brain and we open our mouth with habitual responses. And the same thing happens with kids. When they get emotionally upset, they become unconscious. So noticing is a skill to bring them out of the lower centers to the higher centers of their brain. So simply noticing helps a child go from unconscious to conscious. Saying, your arm went like this. You sat right down and got busy with your homework. You scooted over so your friends had more space. Simply describing what the child does strengthens their frontal lobe and brings us as an adult to the present moment. We do not receive this with judgment. Judgment sounds more like this. Good job. Oh, that's good. Very good. We can judge and not be present in our brain. With noticing, you must be in the present moment with children, and that's where children live. They don't live in the past. They don't live in the future. They live in the present. So by noticing, we join children, and it offers a sense of connection. The next thing it does is it helps children move from trying to please us to being who they are. Watch this clip, this next clip of me during a number of noticing activities from different grade levels. Pay specific attention to the first one, which is a kindergarten classroom. And as I start noticing, your hands are like this or your hands are like this, all the other kids are going, oh, and they're trying to move their hands to please me. But as I continually notice their differences, they realize, oh, I don't have to please you. I just have to be who I am. Watch the clip carefully and watch all the notice the noticing I'm doing.
She said, stand up and look. Everybody stood up, and you stood up with your hands like this, and you stood up with your hands. Oh, you got yours like this, and you got yours in your pocket. Everybody stood. Oh, you have yours behind your back. And you have yours right by your side. You all stood up. You scooted over so your friends had more space. So, first of all, I want you to check with yourself. Do I have enough space, and do my friends have enough space? There you go. And now you guys, there you go. Perfect. You scooted over so you had, look at you guys. I noticed you guys scooted over so you'd have a little bit more room. All right, you got it. You know, it was really neat to watch you guys do that because some of the things I saw, I mean, you guys, first of all, you know, you found your space and you kept it safe. Some of you really got into it. Some of you kind of hang back. And you were a riot because when you did the reverse, instead of moving his feet, he just turned like this. He did it a little bit different, and some of you turned all the way around. So each of you did it in your own kind of way. Some of you started talking in the middle, but you separated back out and kept on task. It was really awesome to watch you guys work together. Oh man, you came right in. You came right in and just sat down with your hands just like this. And you came in and picked that chair and then scooted over. You changed your mind. You changed your mind. You guys noticed that Philip didn't have, and you said, Philip, you can be with us. So Philip, they're inviting you. Hop on over there. We're saying to everybody else, this is important because he said, y'all all scared? Did y'all hear that? See, he'd already said no, right? He said, no, I ain't going to do it. I passed. Then he said, what are y'all all scared? And so he kind of put his money where his mouth was. Instead of just focus out there like you guys are scared, he took it back and he took within himself, got up and tried it. That was something. That was something.
Good job, guys. For all of you for participating and trying. Good job.
All right. Really neat stuff I saw then, and it's like Marion was trying to get over here to reach somebody and kind of bumped into somebody, and by accident, of course, but bumped in and goes, "Excuse me." I mean, I saw that, and some of you after you did the greeting were going, "Thank you." Or you also waited, you know, when there was like a lineup. I mean, all those things are so helpful. And like you guys were waiting your turn, and somebody said, "Ouch," or that was too hard.
That's me.
Yeah, it was a little too hard. So you gave her information so she knew. Otherwise, she'd never have a clue what you were talking about. You kind of bumped too hard, but you both kind of gave each other that information. Really neat stuff happening.
Yeah, we really enjoy the greetings, and sometimes
So you helped your friend by showing her exactly where to start. Yes, you did.
6.5.
You don't understand that at all, man. Your face was saying, "I don't get it." Both of them, so you can redo it all. There you go. There you go.
Thank you.
2, 3, 7.
Right there. There you go. There you go. You scooted it right up there so you have it. Double checking your work. That's what you're doing. You're double checking it. Come on. Come on. You can do this. Well, I saw you looking over here checking off these numbers, and that's all right, but I still believe you can do it. Take this little thing, and let's work. That's it. Get a little stretch. Stretch that back out and get that brain moving.
Noticing is an essential skill. It allows us to be conscious enough to discipline ourselves and our children. Most importantly, it allows each of us to be who we are. Until next time, I wish you well.